Our nation and our community are going through difficult economic times, and difficult choices will need to be made to rise to these challenges. One way Alachua County is preparing for these tough decisions is by putting its citizens in the shoes of county commissioners as they prepare a budget. It's called Community Conversations, an interactive budget exercise which asks the public what matters to them and what decisions they would make if they were a county commissioner.
As the nation faces economic recession, Alachua County is facing shrinking tax revenues and the necessity of budget cuts. Not an easy job. Just ask the participants of this year's Alachua County Community Conversations budget exercises. But the exercise is not just a game. It's meant to engage citizens and get them to think about what they want their community to be.
Community requires conversations, and so one of the things we're trying to do this year, like last year, is begin early in the budget process, a very difficult budget process. We're going to have to make reductions in programs and services that are being offered to citizens, and we wanted to invite citizens to come and have a conversation.
Well, last year we focused on just getting the citizens introduced to the budget process and giving them an opportunity to ask questions. And this year we've expanded it to include some service level conversation, performance of our services, what things are they willing to do without, what things do they want to add, what things do they want to see us keep in the future.
We need that dialogue that how are we going to continue in face of recession and declining economy to continue to build a quality community here. That requires conversation, so that's what we're all about, and we'll continue doing this over the course of time to try to make sure that the public knows we are available and we are listening.
And it also allows participants to listen to each other.
I think that's great to have an opportunity to talk to other people you wouldn't otherwise meet.
What was helpful is that we were able to arrive at some consensus without having to, maybe get a little too difficult about it. Come prepared to contribute, not to yell and scream, but just come prepared to learn something first of all, and then maybe you can make some informed decisions from there.
Informed decisions, and also tough ones.
Being a lifelong resident of Alachua County, I realized that in the past, maybe in my mind, I've thought, gee whiz, it seems so simple to me, and then once you get involved, you realize this is a much more complicated process. I have a new sense of admiration for what they do and realize it's not an easy job.
There are no easy cuts. Anything you're going to cut is going to have real-life consequences and reduce services and take services away from people. It's going to affect real-life people, which is what you may not realize just looking at the numbers on the page.
But in the final analysis, those budget numbers on the page still have to be balanced.
I think we understand what's at hand. We have to make some cutbacks, and if we have to go back to the very basics, so be it, and then we'll can maybe move on in the future.
A lot of your budget decisions are already made for you. That the constitutional, state law, a lot of stuff is just, they've already told you what you're going to do, and you've got to figure out how to do it effectively and make it work.
All the nonprofits, all the government agencies, all the individual households only have a finite amount of resources that they can contribute to the kind of quality things the community looks for. So we need to kind of look at that and prioritize that and recognize government can't be all things for all people. Nonprofits have a very difficult time right now. We have many nonprofits that are suffering and don't have the revenue they used to have. So we just need to kind of stay in this together. We often talk about it being like a raft on a whitewater rapids, and we need to try to keep people in the boat and get to the end of the stream. And that's what we're trying to do as a community by encouraging people to talk about what's important and to keep them involved in the productive solutions to the problems that we're facing.
The Community Conversations program has been successful in meaningfully engaging citizens in the decision-making process.
I was extremely surprised at just how involved I got myself into it, like it was really a budget that we were trying to balance.
It's an active county, it's diverse, and it's fun to get involved.
We ask questions as to what citizens might want to see change in the future, and we're going to share that with the commission at an upcoming meeting, let them know what the citizens said.
And many Community Conversations participants think involved citizens are the key to finding solutions.
The one thing that's going to help the commission is an informed electorate. I think as people become more and more informed, then they're going to be more willing to make some of those sacrifices have to be made. And it's just like the manager commented that, we only have so much, so you tell me what you want me to do.
Success here with these meetings is if people walk away feeling like they've been engaged and listened to, and that they feel like they're more of a part of the community. And that's particularly important as people come with different walks of life. You know, when older people mix with younger people, or people from different parts of town mix together, people that have different service needs or expectations of government, when they sit down and talk together, that's really the framework of conversations. And that's the framework of getting people to feel more like a community. So if they walk away satisfied, if they walk away feel like they're more of a part of Alachua County, that they've had an opportunity to learn, ask questions, and to express their opinions, then we're successful making local democracy work here, and that's what we're all about.
I felt like what I said last year was listened to and maybe even applied within county government, and so I felt like if I came back this year I would have that same effect. And you know, that's the basic way a democracy works. We have something to say and it comes to fruition.
For County Update, I'm Alan Yetter.